A very stacked tournament. We have the best of the best. Are we missing anyone? One player comes to mind. Bjorn. Bjorn is missing this week, so este Bjorn, papi, este Bjorn. Ay. Shaking my head. Regardless, we are getting into this, and we have a lot of amazing players regardless in this tournament. And here we go, spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Dragon Scales. We have oh my god. Okay, we have the best player in all the Philippines representing himself. Used to represent the Juggernauts. It is EnDerr. And spawning in the top left, going for a 15 hatch opener here. We have the South Korean Zerg player representing Mystery Gaming. It is RagnaroK. Going for a 15-15. You love to see it. As we get into this, a shout out to someone in the chat as well. A shout out to Torment. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. We appreciate it. All the money that we make here on the channel goes towards our tournament. So thank you so much. Gracias, papi. Gracias. Hope you are enjoying the broadcast. And yeah, this is really interesting here. This is an Eric opener. Eric does this in every matchup, of course, and RagnaroK clearly an Eric enjoyer. A 15-15 is a very safe build. It means that you have very fast queens, and you have access to faster lings as well. So if your opponent was rushing you, which they are, then RagnaroK will have a better, an advantage, a better defensive advantage, I should say, RagnaroK is going to have a better defensive advantage, as EnDerr is going for a gas pool hatch opener. So with this gas first from EnDerr, he's going to be getting to really fast link speed. He can go into a fast Banely Nest as well and head towards a Bane Bust and go all in. I say that, but he's pulling out of gas. Okay, so he gets 100 gas, gets link speed, and then he pulls out, which means he will not go for a Banely Nest. He is just getting map control. Again, you can link flood with this, but based on the fact that we're keeping one drone in gas, that means that EnDerr is thinking further ahead. So he is macroing, he is droning. He has links for map control, but really that's it. Across the map, he does confirm as well the hatchery is done. The first queen is about to pop, and it should pop by the time the links get across the map. And RagnaroK is even making some safety links back at home as well. His own gas, of course, is a little bit more delayed. Lings of EnDerr will arrive, but the queen already pops out. Can we get a drone? Oh, we do get one worker. Not too bad. One worker for one ling, as EnDerr just dips the hell out of there. But one worker still isn't quite enough to overcome the deficit of going for a gas first build. So EnDerr still has some catching up to do drone-wise, as he goes for a very fast third. Okay. Third base is on the way. RagnaroK is going to be moving out with his own links. Going to be getting map control. EnDerr throws down a Banely Nest here on the front lines. Good SimCity with the queen. And oh my god, EnDerr is going to be cutting workers really early on here. Link speed is going to kick in. He shuts down all the links of RagnaroK, and he can move out across the map. RagnaroK back at home is working on his wall off. We have the Evo Chamber. We have the Roach Warren. Oh, actually a full wall off here at the natural base. And that means that these lings aren't going to find any damage. This was a big investment for EnDerr. These lings, they could have been drones, and now EnDerr is down 8 workers compared to his opponent. Now, EnDerr may be down in the worker count, but he does cancel the Banely Nest just in time. Wise choice. Basically, RagnaroK is playing 2-base Roach. 2-base Roach, which means the Banelings are useless in this situation. Banelings, they can't bust down this wall. We're skipping link speed. RagnaroK is skipping link speed. He's skipping the Banely Nest. He's going straight into Roach production. So the cancel on the Banely Nest from EnDerr is really well thought out. Also, he has a faster third base, so he has more larva to work with. He has better production. He can, because of that, catch up in the worker count. He just has to drone heavily. Heavily droning back at home. Meanwhile, RagnaroK is taking his gases. We have a lair on the way for Roach speed, and he's working on +1 range as well. So this is just straight up 2-base Roach from RagnaroK. Just going to be focusing on saturating on 2 bases. From here, he can go all in. He can go for a big Roach push, or he can just bust down his Evo Chamber and slowly expand and take a third base. Oh, never mind. I assumed it would be 2-base Roach, and it kind of is. I wonder, though. I wonder if EnDerr is going to catch on to something. There is no Roach speed, and the reason for that, 2-base lair. Mutas are on the way instead. RagnaroK, there we go, Roach speed's on the way. RagnaroK, he wants to make it look like he's going 2-base Roach. He wants to try to sell a story when really he's going for something else entirely, and EnDerr is in the dark. He has no idea. His Overlord is being pushed back. He doesn't get a scout of the main base, and EnDerr doesn't have his own lair. If he did, he could Overseer scout the main with one of his other Overlords, but because he doesn't have a lair, he's in the dark. He's going to be moving out here with some of these things, and hey, he's going to catch these queens. Very nice pickoff. But honestly, this pickoff pales in comparison to what damage these mutas are going to do. EnDerr, he's going to be cutting workers at 44. He's making a lot of Lings, a lot of Ravagers as well. EnDerr's working on a big attack. A massive attack with Ling Ravager, and this can do really well against 2-base Roach. So the goal here is the Lings surround the Roaches, and then the biles from the Ravagers, they connect with the juicy center of the surrounded Roaches. This army from EnDerr can be more efficient even with a lower army supply, but he needs to move out now. He needs to be active now because mutas are on the way, and EnDerr doesn't know, and he's gonna be forced all in. He has to kill the army here of RagnaroK and then kill his economy as well. RagnaroK, he sees the army coming across the map. The mutas have been revealed, and now the pressure is on EnDerr, but the Roaches are already in position. They're already walling off the natural. Biles will help. Bust in. EnDerr, he's looking for the surround as well. He's gonna get on top of the Ravagers, on top of the Roaches, but I don't think we have enough Ravagers. We're getting some connections here, but EnDerr is running out of steam. The mutas are going to clean everything up. And back at home, what does EnDerr really have? You can see the Lings trickling on in, but the Roaches here from RagnaroK are more than enough to defend. EnDerr, he has a couple of Queens back at home. He's got Overlords out of the map. GG gets called, and RagnaroK will take game number 1. GG. Oh, a very cheeky move there by RagnaroK. Again, going for that hidden spire, going for that muta rush essentially. And mutas and ZvZ can sometimes straight up just end the game. It's kind of like DTs in PvP, where a Dark Shrine and like 2 DTs can win the game if your opponent doesn't have detection, if they don't have a Robo or a Stargate. Same in ZvZ, where if mutas come out unscattered, and if you aren't able to react in time, then mutas will just kill you. It's one of those things in ZvZ here, and you know, I love the initial plan by EnDerr, but I should also emphasize that EnDerr likewise was also very all in. A big reason why he didn't scout what was happening was because he was staying on hatch tech. He wasn't taking up into lair tech. He was being very aggressive himself. So it's the price you pay. The price you pay when you do something like that. GG. And with that, we are getting ready here for our next game, for game number 2. As a reminder, it is a best of 3, and we don't have any other updates on the bracket yet. But again, a lot of really high quality matches are upon us, are starting. And the winner of this series will go up against the winner of Classic and Honmono, which should be Classic, but I wish Honmono the best of luck. Wishing the best. I'm catching up. Pizza time. Yo, don't talk about pizza. I'm starving for that, Jin. I'm starving. Oh god. I have not had breakfast yet. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough day today. It's gonna be a rough day. For those wondering, we've been casting every day of Masters Coliseum this week, and Masters Coliseum is in 7 hours. 7 hours from now is Masters Coliseum. I think there's gonna be like a 3-hour interim between this tournament and the next, and I need to get some food in that break in between tournaments, in between casts. Oh. It's gonna be intense, Bobby. It's gonna be intense. I'm probably not gonna. I could order a pizza. I could, I could. In honor of our lovely player earlier, I could get pineapple on that pizza as well. It's not my go-to at all, but you know, we can go crazy. Catching up with the chat. Easy feel. Pineapple pizza. What am I reading, Papi? I hate EnDerr on pizza. No, mate. You just haven't had the right EnDerr on the right pizza. It's good, Papi. And here we go. Oh. So, un momento, Papi. Un momento. Alright, here we go. And spawning. Oh, once again, going for the 15-15. We have the South Korean Zerg player representing Mystery Gaming. And up 1-0 in this best of 3, it is RagnaroK. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Filipino Zerg player himself, the Blue Zerg, down in this series, but looking to fight back. It is EnDerr. Up. We can get some of the 7TV emotes enabled here. There are very few, if any. True. I think we do have some of them enabled. We'll work on it. Yeah, we do have a 15-15 opener here. Once again from RagnaroK, the very same opener that he went for in game number 1. So very safe, as we mentioned earlier. Does mean faster queens, does mean faster lings. The downside of this opener from EnDerr is delayed gas. The gases are delayed here. And that's the advantage of EnDerr, as he goes for a hatch gas pool. A very standard opener here from EnDerr, a lot more economic compared to the previous game. I do like this adjustment out of EnDerr. Clearly we saw that his aggressive opener wasn't quite worth it in game number 1. Wasn't worth it. Salami, Kimchi. We'll make it happen. As for now, again, everything's looking as it should. I imagine because we went for a late gas as well for RagnaroK, he's going to go 2-base Roach again. That would make the most sense to be paired up with a 15-15. It is typically what Eric did, but we'll see what RagnaroK has in store for us. Likewise, EnDerr is a really aggressive player. He's a lot more chaotic. I wonder what kind of direction he is going to be going in with an economic opener. He could go for a standard 3rd base timing, and there we go. 3rd base is on the way. From here, he could also race his way into a lair, into mutas, into roaches. Safety Bailey Nest is thrown down. Link scatter across the map from EnDerr is going to try to get a read on what's going on, and he does get into the mineral line, does see the droning, but he won't get into the main. EnDerr is going to be denied that scout, as RagnaroK is not skipping Link's speed this time. Interesting. This could be for +1 carapace. The queens are going to be shooing away the Overlord. RagnaroK is going to be staying on 2 bases. Bear that in mind. Overlord is going to be hunted down. Oh, and that will supply block EnDerr by quite a bit, actually. EnDerr does cancel his own Bailey Nest. He's going for a Roach Warren. I do worry, though. I do worry that we may still need those Bailings. We'll see. EnDerr's moving out across the map. Is going to be able to arrive here in time. He can kill a queen. There's not enough energy for transfuse. We cannot transfuse. The first queen is barely going to go down. Oof. Again, we have to make use of these things, but this is why I was concerned for EnDerr, because RagnaroK is link flooding. He is going for +1 carapace. So what this means, this is a Roach Ling all-in from RagnaroK. +1 carapace helps even if there was a Baneling nest. +1 carapace means that your Lings survive a Bane hit. It means that 2 Banelings will be required here to clean this up. And EnDerr has fallen for it. He cancelled his Baneling nest, assuming it was going to be 2-base Roach. Lings are rushing across the map, and EnDerr's going to be in some trouble. First queen is very exposed. The wall is not a wall, and EnDerr finally gets eyes on this. He does get Roaches just in time. His 3rd base is looking very exposed, but the Roaches are on the way. He may lose a queen, but he holds on to his 3rd. These roaches, it was so close. If the roaches were even a couple of seconds too late, then these lings would have just wreaked havoc here in the natural. As EnDerr is going for his own all-in, he has barely even saturated that natural base. EnDerr is cutting workers here at 26, and only 26. Once again, though, another supply block from our blue Zerg player. It is going to be slowing him down. 5 more roaches are on the way. Once again, no lair, no drones, just a hatch tech all in. Back at home, RagnaroK is getting his own third base. He's getting his gas geysers as well. And he's keeping up here when it comes to his army supply. Looking at the units tab, RagnaroK is even in the roach count. So I'm concerned that this all-in isn't going to be coming out in time here for EnDerr. Yeah, the roaches are spotted. RagnaroK getting a safety Baneling Nest as well to help deal with the lings of his opponent. And here we go, EnDerr is sending everything across the map. It's going to be close, but again, RagnaroK does have the supply lead. He's ahead in the roach count. He's going to commit here, but we have an overwhelming amount of lings. RagnaroK is going to be able to get on top of these roaches, and EnDerr has to kite his heart out. It's not going to be enough. The biles will connect, and EnDerr is going to lose his army. He was all in. This is what he was working on, what he was building up towards. Little did he know that RagnaroK, he was being aggressive himself. And he's going to be able to chase down the last remaining roaches. GG gets called, and RagnaroK will take the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played. Again, EnDerr, very aggressive in both Game 1 and Game 2, but specifically RagnaroK is a much more quirky player. Actually, pretty similar to EnDerr when it comes to their overall outlook on ZvZ. And RagnaroK was just able to have a much safer opener overall, a much safer start to the game, and then he goes into his craziness, whether it's two-base Muta, which we saw in Game 1, or here in Game 2, going into his own Ling Flood, into his own Roach aggression as well, with a better economy. That's the thing. Like, RagnaroK was doing a very similar thing to EnDerr, except just with more drones and more longevity as well. And EnDerr was on the back foot as a result. And yeah, GG. Congratulations to RagnaroK for taking the series, for moving on. And do we have his next opponent? Quickly double checking here. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourself. And we can have a look at all of these